What if the people slipping out of your life aren't proof that you failed, but proof that God is making room? I know how that sounds when your heart is heavy. The friend who suddenly feels distant. The door that closed right when you reached for it. The strange quiet around you. What if all of it is connected? Not everyone God removes is toxic. Some people were good for your last season, but they cannot carry your next one. So let's sit with this gently. 3 signs God may be clearing your life. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. When old friendships suddenly feel heavy, you text a longtime friend with something tender. I think God is calling me to start something new. And instead of joy, you get a cold, nice. Or nothing at all. Then you start noticing the little things. The jokes feel sharper, the support feels absent, and slowly, you find yourself shrinking your own dreams just to keep the peace. Scripture asks a quiet question here. Can 2 walk together unless they are agreed? Amos 3:3. That's not only agreement in words, it's agreement in direction, in hunger, and the kind of life you're reaching for. When God shifts your heart, old spaces start to feel uncomfortable. Not because you're better than anyone, because your inner direction has changed. And here's something that might comfort you. When a friendship turns cold, it actually hurts. Researchers found the brain processes rejection through the same pathways as physical pain. So if this aches in your chest, you're not being dramatic, you're being human. But hold on to this. Friction isn't always a signal to try harder. Sometimes friction is mercy. God lets the relationship feel heavy so you'll finally stop clinging to something He already released. When doors close that you prayed for, sometimes God doesn't touch your circle. He touches your opportunities. Picture the interview. You're qualified. The conversation flows. You can already see yourself in the role. Maybe you even whispered, "Lord, open this door." Then the email lands. We decided to move in another direction. It feels like humiliation, but listen to what God says. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Revelation 3:8. If a door is truly yours, no person has the final say over it. So when it closes, ask a softer question. Was this rejection or protection? Because sometimes God lets you walk all the way to the threshold of the wrong door before He closes it. If He stopped you too early, you just go looking for another version of the same dead end. Months later you find out that company had chaos behind the walls. Burnout. No room for what God was building inside you. The door didn't close because you weren't worthy. It closed because it was too small. The silence that comes before the rising. After the friendships shift and the doors close, there's often a strange silence. And that silence can feel like abandonment. But it may be the clearest sign of all. Think of Joseph. His brothers betrayed him. Potiphar's house closed through a lie. Then prison hid him in the dark. Every removal looked like tragedy, yet if he'd stayed with his brothers, he never reaches Egypt. If he stays in Potiphar's house, he never meets the cupbearer. If he avoids prison, he never stands before Pharaoh. Forget the former things. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:18-19. The new thing usually begins in the wilderness, not the crowd. Punishment pushes you into darkness with no purpose. Preparation hides you so you can be transformed, like a cocoon. And in that quiet, God gives you back your real identity. You stop performing. You stop apologizing for growing. How to know it's pruning, not punishment. Here's the question that changes everything. How do you tell the difference? By the fruit. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. John 15:2. Read that again slowly. God doesn't only cut dead things, He prunes living, fruitful things so they can bear more. So losing something good doesn't mean you did something wrong. Sometimes it means God sees greater capacity in you, and He's not cold about your grief. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 Pesame. He doesn't mock your tears, he sits with you in them. So you can bless people as they leave. You don't have to make them villains to obey God. Some people were assigned to your history, not your destiny. You can honor what they meant and still let them go. Stepping into the clearing, the emptiness isn't the end. It's a prepared clearing. The blessing may not arrive first as money or applause. It may come as peace, as discernment, as healing, as a new hunger for God you haven't felt in years. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. The challenge isn't the blessing, it's perception. So use the quiet, pray, heal, rebuild, and watch you start showing up. People who confirm your obedience instead of flattering your old self. Because the space itself is part of the gift. God teaches you not to fear the empty room first. That way, when the new people come, you won't grab from desperation. You'll connect from wholeness. What feels like subtraction may be God's setup for holy addition. If this season feels personal, comment, God, help me trust the pruning. And if you want scripture-based comfort for seasons of loss and restoration, subscribe. We're here to help you see God's hand even when life feels uncertain. And if you're still wondering whether God is closing a door or simply asking you to wait, watch this next video on the difference between delay, denial, and divine redirection.